Greetings to all. I hope today is going well for you. I want you to know that you're not alone, even if you're not. I am aware that the law of attraction is not widely accepted. I understand your thoughts. This product is ineffective. It's only a dream. I would already be living the life I desire if it were genuine. I understand because I didn't believe in it myself once. However, something altered. I learned something very genuine via suffering, hardship, and experience, not overnight, and not because of magic. I'm not here to lecture you like a guru today, either. My goal is to communicate with you in a humane manner. Someone who has struggled, failed, cried in the dark, and yet managed to get back up after feeling broken. I was stuck in life for a while. Everything was incorrect. I lacked funds, drive, and, most importantly, faith in myself. But then I found out something that most people overlook. The mind is something that is inside all of us, but very few people know how to use it. Your intellect is more than a mere instrument. It serves as your life's steering wheel. You will continue to run into obstacles in life if you don't learn how to use it. I became aware of trends. I got more negativity when I thought negatively. I continued to lose when I spoke like a loser. However, I made myself think that something better was on the horizon. The world started to shift when I stated it, acted like it, and visualized it. You can call it faith, science, or energy. What you call it doesn't matter to me. However, this is the reality. What you believe you draw. You become what you think you are. Philosophy is not what this is. This is the truth. Therefore, this video is not only crucial if you feel trapped and that nothing in your life is working. Your pivotal moment is this video. Because I will reveal the truth about the law of attraction today. What it is, why most people fail, and how you can utilize it to alter everything one step at a time. It's more than just a video. It's a mirror. You might meet the suggest version of yourself you've ever seen if you stay to the very end. Additionally, this is an excellent video to help you improve your listening skills if you're learning English. Let's get started. Section 1. The law of attraction. What is it? This is the result of the law of attraction. You draw into your life whatever you think about all the time. Allow me to explain in the most straightforward manner. You never stop thinking. It never fails. Your mind is still working even whether you're sleeping or sitting quietly. And your reality is determined by the thoughts you have the most. For instance, if you say, "Nothing good ever happens to me," over and over again, guess what? Your mind begins to search for evidence of it. You lose out on chances. You disregard blessings. Because your mind thinks you're unfortunate, you remain stuck. Now, however, picture this. What if you have a different idea? Imagine saying, "Good things are coming. I'm improving every day." Saying those words every day begins to change your inner world, regardless of how difficult life is or how exhausted you are. Additionally, your outer environment must adapt to changes in your inner world. We all put ourselves in this situation, which is why we are where we are now. If you're unhappy with your current position, it's time to reconsider. Imagine your mind as a magnet. You don't draw in what you desire. What you are attracts others. And your thoughts determine who you are. Therefore, the law of attraction is more than just a desire for things. The goal is to develop into the type of person that draws those things to them effortlessly. Keep in mind that you can hold it in your palm if you can visualize it. Take a moment to close your eyes. Is the life you desire visible to you? Are you able to envision yourself as prosperous, healthy, loved, calm, and self-assured? It can occur if you can see it, however, you have to pretend that it is already yours. The secret that most individuals overlook is that before it truly occurs, you have to feel as though it is already occurring. Faith comes before proof, so you have to believe it before the world proves it to you. But isn't this just imagination, is probably what you're thinking. It is, indeed. But I have a question, doesn't an architect initially envision every building? Every film is conceived by a writer, isn't that right? Doesn't every dream originate in the mind before materializing? You have a real imagination. It is your future's blueprint. Humans are capable of anything, but only when they believe. Not by chance or magic, but by himself. It's your turn. Now take a minute. Shut your eyes. Imagine who you would like to be. Feel it. Inhale it. Have faith. The first step is that. Section 2. The reasons behind the law of attraction. Let's be honest. When the law of attraction is mentioned, most people assume it simply refers to positive thinking. Some think it is simply wishful thinking. Here's the reality, though. There is no magic in the law of attraction. Mental programming is what it is. And you only need to comprehend one thing in order to comprehend why it works. As a machine, your brain obeys commands. Let me clarify. You have between 60,000 and 70,000 thoughts per day. The majority of them remain unchanged from yesterday. The surprising portion comes next. Your subconscious is in charge of 95% of your life. This implies that everything you do, from how you wake up to how you respond to stress, is automated and determined by your programming. Who was the one who programmed you? You accomplished this by reciting the same ideas, worries, and convictions over and over for years. You say, "I'm not good enough," for example. Every time, "I fail." Nothing ever shifts. You're doing more than just talking. Your brain is being trained to continue inhabiting that reality. The science. The reticular activating system, or RA, is a small area of your brain. Filtering what you notice and what you ignore is its responsibility. I'll give you a practical example. Have you ever wished to purchase a car and then noticed that certain vehicle everywhere? It's not magic. Your RA said that since you have concentrated on this, I will now present it to you. Now picture this. I'm broke if you spend every day thinking about what you don't want. I'm worn out. I despise my existence. Your RA will then eliminate all positive information and present you with only additional evidence that life is miserable. But I'm learning when you concentrate on what you want. I'm improving. There will be success soon. Additionally, your brain begins to look for evidence of it. There is energy in every idea you have. It has been demonstrated by science that thoughts are composed of electrical impulses, which are small messages. You produce a vibration when you think something. Your speech, emotions, body language, and how others react to you are all influenced by that frequency. Therefore, you attract chaos when your vibe is negative, afraid, or desperate. However, you draw opportunity and tranquility when your energy is clear, thankful, and self-assured. This isn't fiction. This is a combination of quantum energy, neurology, and habit reprogramming. One of the most potent truths you will ever hear is this one. Your brain responds as though something is already happening when you have a clear mental image of it. This is a common tool used by athletes. They envision themselves winning before a race. They sense the motion, the triumph, and the finish line. And because their brain has already performed the task 1,000 times, it is not taken aback when the actual moment arrives. Now picture using your dreams in that way. Seeing yourself speaking with confidence repeatedly is a good place to start. Don't only wish for success if you desire it. Start acting, speaking, and thinking like the person you already are. Let's discuss the well-known actor Jim Carrey. He wrote himself a fictitious check for $10 million for acting services years before he was successful. He dated it for the next 5 years. He would see himself getting that check every day. He pretended that it had already occurred. He landed a part in Dumb and Dumber years later. And he received precisely $10 million in salary. It's not fiction. This is a combination of deep internal alignment, repetition, action, belief, and focus. Most people don't comprehend this, which is why they fail. They believe that sitting quietly and imagining is all that the law of attraction entails. But let me be honest with you. Attraction is not a passive law. It is in operation. It calls for discipline, emotional harmony, and focus. It's not enough to imagine a better existence. You have to act, talk, fight, and think as though you already have it. Even when things appear the other way in reality. Words don't affect your subconscious. It reacts to being repeated. Telling yourself once, "I am confident," has no effect. However, I'm sure if you say it every day, "I have strength," "I'm paying attention," your brain eventually comes to believe it to be true. And your behavior changes when your brain accepts it. That's the recipe. Recurring ideas, convictions, actions, and facts. This is the frightening component that most people are unaware of. Your life is already being shaped by the law of attraction, whether you agree with it or not. You are sending out signals with every thought, emotion, and belief you have. Therefore, if you think carelessly and repeat, "I'll never change," again and over again, that becomes the reality. However, you may begin creating your future as soon as you take charge and begin thinking intentionally. Section 3. The reasons why most people are unable to apply the law of attraction. Let's begin with this harsh reality. Despite the fact that the law of attraction is always true, most individuals are unaware of how to apply it. They believe that writing a few affirmations on paper or simply stating that they want success will be sufficient. However, they subsequently revert to their previous beliefs, routines, and anxieties. When nothing changes, they reply, "See, I knew it doesn't work." Here's the harsh reality, though. There is no exception to the law of attraction. You do. Wanting yet doubting is the first mistake. The largest one is this one. You claim to want a better life, but deep down you know that it will never be for you. "I'm not fortunate. I can't, but others can." What exactly are you attracting, then? Not what you want. You're drawing doubt to yourself. You don't get what you ask for from the cosmos. It provides you with what you think. Your energy triumphs if your words say, "Yes," but your energy shouts, "No." Consider a garden where two persons are sowing seeds. According to the first, "I think these flowers will grow. I'll give them water each day. I hope they grow, but they probably won't," the second one states. What happens if the soil is poor? Identical seeds, but only one will sprout. Why? Because action combined with faith produces outcomes. They are killed before they start by doubt. Most people use their dreams in this way. The second mistake is desiring without altering. You cannot anticipate a different outcome by living your life in the same manner, but that is what people do. After praying for success, they watch TV for 5 hours. Despite claiming to seek love, they continue to harbor fear, jealousy, and anguish. You can't be the old version of yourself and claim, "I want something new." There is no short way to the law of attraction. It isn't about avoiding the task. The goal is to change your inner reality so that your external world begins to change on its own. The next mistake is being fixated on the details. Even intelligent people fall short here. "All right, I think I can succeed, but how will that happen?" they ask. "From where will the funds be obtained? What if I get no assistance?" This is the reality. It's not your responsibility to figure out every little detail of how. It's your responsibility to have faith, get ready, and keep going. Because they lack a clear direction, most people stay put. However, the law of attraction functions similarly to a GPS. The entire road is hidden from view. Because you believe the destination is predetermined, you continue driving even though you can only see the next turn. As an illustration, consider David Goggin, a former US Navy SEAL. He used to work as a pest control person and was overweight and sad. The thought crossed his mind one day, "This is not who I'm supposed to be." He didn't know how to turn his life around. However, he thought there was more. Even when no one believed in him, he pushed through his discomfort, trained, and ran. He is currently among the world's most resilient endurance athletes. Unaware of how, he took a step, and the route materialized. The fourth mistake is giving up too soon. This one quietly crushes dreams. After a week of trying, nothing occurs. They then declare, "See, it doesn't work." Because they are addicted to results rather than growth, they give up too quickly. Here's what they don't comprehend, though. There is a delay in the law of attraction. The universe is putting your trust to the test before rewarding you. You don't plant a seed and check on its growth every day. You have faith in the procedure. True lesson. You pass the test when you make a request and then continue working. However, you postpone everything if you ask and then doubt, dread, and give up. The fifth mistake is to use language that denies your blessings. Although words have great power, most individuals use them carelessly. I'm so unlucky, they say. I will never feel secure. Why does this keep happening to me? I'm just like this. Your brain isn't kidding, even when you believe you are. Your subconscious is always paying attention. You're not just speaking if you're always telling yourself bad things. Your future is being programmed by you. A better way to say it. Begin modestly. Use phrases like, I'm learning new things every day. I'm getting more concentrated. I'm hoping that the correct path is emerging. Your mind believes what you tell it most of the time, so you don't have to lie, you only need to guide it gently along. The sixth mistake is not feeling what you're saying. 1,000 affirmations are meaningless if they are delivered emotionlessly. It's the feeling, not just the words. Declare, I am powerful. Feel it in your heart, nevertheless. Say, success is coming to me. And grin as if it were already here. Energy is the real language of attraction, and emotion is energy. Living in the past is the seventh mistake. This one is lethal but unseen. Many claim to want change, but their thoughts are still mired in suffering, failure, regret, and heartache. You can't build a new future if you continue to think like the old you. You have to choose to let go. Because the energy you possess today is the only time the law of attraction is effective. What you desire is irrelevant to the law of attraction. It reacts to your actions every second. You must therefore become more if you wish to attract more. Now ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? Since awareness is the first step toward change, be honest without feeling guilty. Next, decide what you want to give up today. Get a better habit in its stead. Your course will change if you do just one thing. Section 4. Step-by-step instructions for attracting anything you desire. First, let's face the facts. Dreaming has nothing to do with the law of attraction. It's about becoming. You don't get your desired outcome. What you're ready for, you get. Therefore, you must alter your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors on a daily basis if you wish to transform your life. And here's a detailed procedure for that. As if your life depended on it, adhere to this. And I guarantee that things will start to shift in your life. First, make a firm decision about what you desire. Most people lack clarity. I want success, they say. I desire happiness. I'm looking for money. Freedom is what I desire. However, those are not objectives. Wishes are what they are. Without shape, without purpose, without direction. Your energy becomes dispersed if your desire is unclear. And your results are worthless if your energy is dispersed. Thus, this is the first law of attraction. Be specific. Give specifics. Tell the truth. What are you looking for? I want more than simply money. Let's say I wish to work for a living and make $5,000 a month. No, I'm not looking for love. Say, I want a relationship that is peaceful, respectful, and healthy. I do not desire tranquility. Say, I want to feel calm, confident, and present every morning. Make you want a distinct image rather than a hazy statement. Because how would the world know what to give you if you don't know what you're asking for? The second step is to picture it each morning and evening. Your brain communicates through images and emotions rather than words. Thus, visualize your desire for 5 minutes each morning after you wake up and each evening before you go to bed. Like a life you are leading, not a movie you watch. Shut your eyes and observe it taking place. Feel it in your hands. Feel the joyous smile on your heart. Feel the strength and calmness of your breath. Because it grows more real on the exterior the more real it seems on the inside. This isn't fantasy. Mental rehearsal is what this is. Champions are created in this manner. Dreams are constructed in this manner. Before your hands can touch it, your mind must see it. Step 3. Experience the feelings before they materialize. Most people make mistakes here. I'll feel happy when I succeed, they say. When I lose weight, I'll feel more confident. When I obtain the job, I'll feel strong. However, it is not how energy functions. To draw it into your life, you have to feel it now. Consider how I would feel if I already got it. Calm? Then begin to feel at peace right now. Feeling thankful? Feel thankful right now. Pleased? Since your emotions are your signal and your signal is your magnet, walk as though you are already proud of who you are becoming. Step 4. Pretend that you already have it. This has nothing to do with acting. It all comes down to planning. Waiting for your dream is not enough. Begin living as though you've already earned it. Start speaking with authority right now if you wish to project confidence. Get up early, stay focused, read, and learn if you want to succeed. If you want to be rich, start handling your money like it matters. Because you send a powerful message to the universe when you act in a way that is consistent with your beliefs. I have no hope. I'm not pleading. I'm already evolving. And the cosmos reacts. Step 5. Program your mind with affirmations. Magic words are not affirmations. Your brain is being instructed by them. However, they are only effective when they are emotionally charged, present tense, and repeated frequently. Don't claim that I will one day be self-assured. Let's say I have gained confidence. Every day, I get stronger. Don't say, I hope I succeed. Let's say I'm having success. I'm prepared for plenty. Recite them out loud. Say them with conviction. Repeat them daily until your inner voice becomes familiar. Because your past trauma, worries, and society will govern your self-talk if you don't control it. Step 6. Do something tiny each day. The majority of people ignore this section. They believe that waiting is the essence of the law of attraction. It isn't. The law of attraction reacts to movement rather than just emotion. A bridge is necessary for every desire. Action is that bridge. Spend 20 minutes a day studying if you wish to learn English. Walk, work out, and move your body if you want to get in shape. Make a call, construct something, and share your ideas if you want to expand your company. What demonstrates your seriousness is action. You are merely hoping if you do nothing. However, when you take action, even in tiny ways, the world begins to follow you. Step 7. Have faith in the timing. Don't give up, though. This is the biggest trap. After a few days of doing everything correctly, people give up when they don't see any improvement. That would be equivalent to sowing a seed and then abandoning it after a week in which nothing sprouted. You're doing more than merely drawing in results. You're creating your identity. You are evolving as a person. It requires time. However, the prize is eternal. There is a moment for the dream you desire, and it is approaching. Don't rush if you keep showing up. Do not panic. Have faith that what is intended for you is already en route. Your responsibility is to remain prepared. Step 8. Even before the findings are in, remain thankful. Saying, thank you, is only one aspect of gratitude. It is the most potent emotional indicator of plenty. Gratitude is a communication that goes beyond, I already have enough. I'm prepared to get more. More of what you desire is drawn to you by that signal. So, put this in writing every day. I am appreciative of my development. I am appreciative of my lessons. I am thankful for the future. The universe knows you're not chasing when you're grateful. You're in alignment. You have to become someone you've never been if you want to attract something you've never had. Section 5. The hidden obstacles that undermine your ability to manifest and how to get rid of them permanently. Nothing will change even if you have the vision, imagine it, act on it, and recite affirmations. Why? Because you're being held back by something deeper. Something imperceptible. You might not even be aware that something is against you. We refer to those as emotional and mental blockages. These are the silent assassins of your fantasies. Your energy is blocked by them. They nullify your intent. Your signal is destroyed by them. Let's find out what your mouth is saying, even if it's the correct words. Let's get rid of them for good. First block. Past pain that hasn't been healed. You claim to desire love. You claim to desire peace. But you still have wounded deep inside. You can still clearly recall the moment when life broke your heart and no one was there to support you, the betrayal, the rejection, and the failure. Additionally, your energy will always be defensive, afraid, and closed as long as that suffering is inside of you. Here's the reality. You cannot draw wealth if your heart is filled with suffering. When your mind is filled with dread, you cannot attract love. You need to recover. You have to let go of the past. You have to extend forgiveness. For yourself, not for them. Because your emotional frequency, rather than just your words, determines how the law of attraction reacts. No matter how much you wish, you will continue to block what you want if your frequency is filled with old anguish. How can one recover? Face it first. Put the moment that broke you in writing. I am no longer that person, you remind yourself after crying if you need to feel it completely. I respect my history, but it does not define who I am. I let go of this suffering. I give myself permission to start over. After then, let it go. Let it go till your heart feels light, even if you have to do it 100 times. The energy clears in this manner. Deep fear of responsibility is blocked too. You claim to desire to succeed. However, do you actually? Pressure is a necessary part of success. Discipline is necessary for success. Success entails accountability. And a lot of people secretly fear this. They have no fear of failure. Are they worried about the consequences of winning? What if I'm held to higher standards? What happens if I lose it? What if it's too much for me? Resistance results from this fear. A part of you pulls back as you move forward, and that tension prevents attraction. How can it be released? Confront your fear. What would I be terrified of if I were to succeed? Put it in writing. Don't pass judgment. Recognize it. Next, reword it. I'll develop into a successful individual. Today, I don't have to be flawless. All I have to do is keep evolving. Fearlessness is not the same as confidence. It's the choice to press on in spite of fear. Lack of self-worth is block 3. Because it lurks behind your grin, this is the most hazardous one. The statement is, I want more. On the inside, however, you think, I don't deserve it. And it's a powerful energy. You will automatically push away love, money, health, and happiness if you don't feel deserving of them. You're going to ruin good chances. You'll pick harmful individuals. Your subconscious thinks you are insufficient, so you will remain little, quiet, and protected. Here's the reality, though. You don't get your desired outcome. What you think you're worth is what you get. In order to achieve your goals, you must increase your sense of self-worth. How can self-worth be restored? Let's begin with this basic fact. I was deserving from birth. I don't have to demonstrate it. I don't have to work for it. I just have to keep that in mind. Every day, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I deserve to win. I'm worthy of love. Peace is what I deserve. I'm worthy of living the life I desire. Like a warrior, say it. The law of attraction won't give you more than you believe you deserve, so say it until your body believes it. Block 4. Unidentified. Despite your desire for change, you continue to state, I don't know who I am anymore. Your vibe is weak if your identity is weak. Additionally, your attraction power is poor if your vibration is weak. With a muddled identity, it is impossible to attract a clear life. Thus, quit using your suffering to define who you are. Quit presenting yourself to the world as someone who is sluggish, broken, lost, or unfortunate. Select a new identity that aligns with your ideal self. Who you are prepared to become, not who you were or what other people think. How can you make your identity stronger? What kind of person do you want to be in the future? Does she have confidence? Is he brave? Is she calm? Is he well behaved? Start living like that version of yourself right now. Think like that person, talk like that person, and move like that person, even in tiny ways. Gradually, your life will align with your energy, and your energy will align with your identity. Block 5. Desperation and impatience. You push your dream away when you pursue it frantically. An indication of lack is sent when you become irritated. This is interpreted by the universe as, I don't trust the process. I'll collapse if I don't have this now. That force is not faith, but dread. Furthermore, pleading has no effect on the law of attraction. It reacts to conviction. You have to change your perspective from, I hope it happens, to, I already have it. I'm simply moving in its direction. How should I move? Give up the chronology. Have faith in the process and continue to prepare as though it will happen. Even if it's invisible to you. Every day, say this. I attract rather than chase. I'll find what's rightfully mine when the time is perfect. And then concentrate on improving rather than speeding up. What you desire is not the only thing that counts. What's stopping you is what you're clinging to. If your energy is filled with pain, fear, guilt, or confusion, you can repeat affirmations all day long. Nothing is going to move. The first thing you need to do is tidy your inner space. Put an end to the noise. Heal the injury. Give up the past. Rise and speak your truth. Because your desires come quickly when your energy is clear. Because you at last quit obstructing what was always meant for you, not because of magic. Section 6. The truth about your power. You were never typical. Right now, I want you to grasp something. Probably something no one ever told you. Or perhaps you made a mistake. And it's right here. You weren't made to have a modest existence. You were never intended to simply endure hardship, be silent, and live. With a mind that can dream, a body that can create, and a soul that can feel, you were born with strength, vitality, and a purpose. However, someone forced you to forget at some point in your life. You're not smart enough, they said. You're not as fortunate as other people. Remain in your lane. Dreams aren't meant for individuals like you. You believed them, which is the saddest part. You began to live inside their bounds. You began to question your brightness. To fit into the boxes you were never intended to live in, you began to shrink yourself. However, a voice still murmurs, there is more, deep within. More you, more joy, more strength, more life. You're viewing this video because your soul is reviving, not because you happen to stumble upon it. The law of attraction is not the only factor at play here. It's important to remember your true self. Things are not the subject of the law of attraction. It has to do with identity. Most people believe it has to do with work, money, vehicles, or love. However, that isn't the main focus. It's about becoming the best, most powerful, and most lucid version of yourself. The version of you that is already inside but has been hidden for years by silence, anguish, shame, and fear. You don't just attract a better life once that version is awakened, you create, command, and become it. When you become invincible on the inside, the law operates. You're not begging. You have no hope. The world is not something you attempt to manage. Your inner world is entirely within your control. The outside world then begins to follow. You talk as like it's finished. You seem to have been picked. You act as though the door has already been opened. You seem to be smiling as if the future has already arrived. Because you now understand. Nothing in the world can prevent it from becoming a reality if I can believe it, feel it in my heart, and act on it. Motivation isn't that. That's the law. Let's be truthful. The universe did not select the individuals who changed their lives. They weren't unique. Their lives weren't ideal from birth. They were the ones who made the decision. Enough, they said. This is no longer how I live. How long it takes doesn't matter to me. Whoever doubts me doesn't matter to me. The route may be difficult, but I don't care. I'll get up. And they did. Because the universe is forced to move the instant you make a complete decision with your heart, mind, and deeds. Wishes are not answered by it. It reacts to discipline, belief, and clarity. It's not too late. You're not too frail. Perhaps you're currently exhausted in your room. Perhaps you're terrified, bewildered, or in pain. Perhaps you've made numerous unsuccessful attempts. But this is the truth I want you to hear. You have the power to alter anything, and you can begin right now. You still have power. It's simply dozing. It's time to wake it up now. What are you supposed to do now? The road map is here. Powerful yet not complicated. First, be clear about what you want. Put it in a clear writing style. Second, until it seems genuine, picture it every morning and every evening. Third, experience the feelings as though they were already yours. Power, tranquility, and gratitude. Fourth, take action each and every day. To become the person who merits that dream, not to prove anything to the outside world. 5. Talk about life. Say things that make you stronger, not weaker. 6. Let go of your previous identity, doubt, anguish, and fear. You are no longer that tale. 7. Even if nothing is changing right now, have faith in the process. 8. Be prepared because you must not falter when the moment arrives. 9. Above all, remember who you are at all times. The source is you. The vessel is you. The miracle is you. You are not in need of luck. Alignment is necessary. Learn more than just the law of attraction. Live it. Inhale it. Turn into it. Never demand a better life. Develop into the type of person who makes it. Avoid waiting for indications. The sign is you. I'm talking to you directly now. You are currently viewing this. This is what you were supposed to see. You were supposed to awaken. You were supposed to get up. And what people say about you doesn't matter to me. How long you've been stuck doesn't matter to me. Because everything can change as of right now. By choice, rather than by magic. The power is already in your hands. Will you use it in the end, though? Because you are able. And you have my faith. I have faith in you, even if no one else does. We appreciate you viewing this video. More than everything else, though, I want to applaud you for having the strength to get this far. It indicates that you're prepared. And I want this to stick in your memory forever. You have strength. You're not damaged. And all of your desires are just waiting for you to regain your faith. Let this be the day you discover your true self. I hope you can think clearly. I hope your heart gets lighter. May all that was intended for you finally find its way to you, and may your soul be set free. You're not by yourself.